Boy. There we are. It'd be helpful if I turn those things on.
So Duff, what happens to our characters then?
Boy, you live off. Oops, hold on. Turn those things on. Twitch is. Gotta turn everything off.
You're doubling up.
Yeah, no, I didn't have my stream muted.
Okay.
What do you mean? What your characters live on in infamy in the D&D lores of time? So,
No. I mean, like, if we do like West Marches,
move over to West Marches, or
yeah,
no, the season 1 that we'll be doing with it will be we'll be starting over with characters. Because it's actually in a different land. You're going to the games take place in a new world.
Yeah.
Well, we have like dibs to play since we've been playing.
Oh yeah, no, all the players, as you know, because we still got some time. You guys aren't done with this yet, so we still got some ways to go. But the point would be to get new players in and start spinning up and play the season out. We figure the first season probably going to run 4 to 6 months. We figure because we're gonna have only a limited number of DMs, and then we'll open it up to a certain set of players, and then you will spin your characters up, run through this. We'll probably have a session 0 of some sort to kind of get everybody indoctrinated into the world, and then I've got a website that's coming up, 2 websites and a community discourse server, which is basically I'm hosting. I've got my own forum server that I've spun up that will have all the stuff that you can go in and look, and there's going to be a place to talk about your character and to listen for rumors and sign up for the different sessions that'll take place, so that you can play when you can play, and so, if you have a scheduled something that comes up and you can't make a game, well, that's fine. You sign up and you can get in on the next game with another time frame or something like that and still be a part of this ongoing world and campaign and affecting things that are, they're happening. And it just, it's a little bit more outside of the module arena. It's going to be kind of more exploration, letting the characters kind of drive some of the storyline, trying to figure out what's going on, what this place is about.
Is it like a homebrew?
Yeah, almost all of it is. Yeah, most all of it will be. We've got to start spinning some of it up. But yeah, I've been working on the map for it, and we've got to start getting some of the storylines put together, and then we'll let things kind of generically evolve as things are discovered. There's be some high points that we have that are part of the campaign, but the rest of it is basically you go out there and you go find out what trouble you can get in, and you have to help build the town, and you have to help, keep things safe, So I'm not sure if you haven't watched this. West Marches has been one of the hot topics for a while now, in the kind of the ongoing open world campaign, and there have been, what's his name? Colville's talked about it. He's got a couple. There's a real big Reddit one that's out there that they play. Huge group. I know the college. They got involved with Fantasy Grounds College. A couple of guys that were involved with that came over and were talking to me about it. So we kind of put our heads together, and that's what kind of evolved to the one I want to do here. And it just brings in new blood and new viewers and participation to the channel, which is what I need. So to keep things fresh and testy. So, but yeah, that's right, dog. Yeah, so they're fun. It's just it's a big learning experience. We've got the world somewhat designed. There's a lot, let me just say the initial game, the initial sandbox area that will take place, but the whole continent itself and the world itself is still ever evolving. So, but I need to spend a couple of nights up on the channel that I can't with all the 4 games going right now. It's when do I do it? Plus I've got 2 or 3 other DMs that are come on and are going to start actually streaming on the channel when I'm not streaming. So, and we'll, cool. So we've got one. If Colin, I got to reach out to him, but we got in Japan, and I've got 1 or 2 I'm chatting with that are over in England. And so we can kind of have, something happening on the channel all the time,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, my goal always had been is that, you can, as much as the, role, what is it? Critical Role, or Geeks and Sunday, those channels, they've got something going on all the time, and they've got fresh content going on all the time. And to get the viewership up, you've got to emulate what they do. Then so you emulate that, but then you change it up to what works for you. I don't want to be another cookie cutter like them, because, well, you're not going to be able to do that. You've got a Hollywood production that's going on over there, and the amount of money that they're churning through and spending, you can't match that. But if you look on Twitch now, I talked to Dave about it, when he first got started, there were 4 or 5 D&D games, maybe. And now go look D&D and how many are streaming per night. 20, 30, 40, 50 channels of it. So what's going to set you apart to have people come on and watch your show? Because they're not, most of the time they're just channel surfing. If you want, I watch the viewership and it goes up and down, and people are coming and out, moving in and out, or watching shows. They have their favorites, and we hope, hey, we hope Paradise Rejects is one of those, but not always going to be. There's so much to choose from. So we've got to change up the format some. So we're going to do the D&D. We'll stream down a little bit, because we're going to do a Savage World Deadlands. I've just got to learn it. So that's what Dave and I are going to be talking about next Friday night. We'll talk about D&D a little bit, but he's making some changes. He's wanting to do some changes on his channel. He's thinking about. And so, because he's actually went from 5 or 6, 7 games a week to 2 every other week. And I was like, that's crazy, I would think, but it's working for him. He wants to put on other variety. Talk shows, he does his unboxings. I don't know if you watch much of his channel, but he does these big unboxings. He bought a bunch of, tons of miniatures, and so he's been doing that. And he's just got tons of people watching him, just sitting there talking while he's unboxing miniatures, and so I want to stream some other stuff. So one of them's going to be Deadlands, because, give me a couple beers and me and my Texas accent will just go crazy, and we can, have some fun with it. And then we're talking about with the new campaign, we're going to do a weekly recap on the channel one night and talk about what's happened every week with all the different streams that are going on and the different sessions. And then we'll definitely have a couple of D&Ds going on, but then I'll have a couple of different streamers doing their stuff. And then I've actually been chatting with probably a dozen other channels that are all playing out there and talking to them about what they're doing and putting together an informal stream team, so to speak, so that, we can have some of the West Marches campaign streaming across multiple channels and having the gameplay up that way. Because, one guy like me could stream, I'm doing 4, 5, 6 sessions a week, and it'd kill me. But there's only so much you can do, and there's only so much you can grow. So,
right.
Yeah. So anyway,
this is good though, because it's like good changes are coming.
It's good changes. It was always about me having some fun with it. Yeah, I love having a little money trickling in, and I appreciate everybody that gives to the channel. And like always, we did during my birthday, I had celebrations and I gave stuff away, and we'll do that again. I'm going to turn around and we'll do some giveaways back then, but I'll pick a few other times too, and some of the things that'll go on, and fire that back, have some fun. We're talking, there's just a lot. And so I don't want to bore everybody with it, but we'll talk about his show next Friday night. We'll kind of announce some of it, and I'm hoping to have everything up and running by then, at least the preliminary stuff, so we can get new players kind of sign up, and then we'll start slowly trickling the games out and seeing how they run. But we don't want to open it up completely to the world, because we would just fail. This West Marches, if you look at the Reddit one, they've been at it for quite a long time. And the guy, we've spoken to the leader of that several times, and he's revamped his settings a couple of times, and, people come and go, but he went from just a few DMs to 20, I think, and hundreds of players. And, they got these huge spreadsheets that they track everything, because they're playing more like in real life games. I think maybe some of them may do some online, but I think most of it's in real life. And, then they report back to the admins. And so we're going to use Fantasy Grounds and some of the reporting mechanisms and the websites to kind of track players and post stuff and see how we do with season 1. So we'll be limited, but everybody that's part of the games now will be invited to come on and sign up, and then I'll open it up 2 new players to come in and do the introductions and do a quick interview just to make sure they've got everything and go through a little quick training curriculum to understand if they haven't done Fantasy Grounds before, make sure they understand some basic D&D, spin up a character, understand our rules. We've got a few minor changes to the rules that we're going to invoke, and then let's play some D&D and see what happens. So, and the teams will evolve and they'll be a little bit different, but then we'll have 1 or 2 streams a week that I'll showcase probably, that will be full on camera, full role playing, type games that'll have, and with Fantasy Grounds a little bit both, but I'm looking to change up and have a full new overlay with everybody's stream on there and having some fun with it. So, all right, blah, 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 blah. But anyway, yeah, so yes, we're having some fun. So we'll also be interviewing DMs. So there'll be a handful of us. We'll start off probably 6 or 7 that we'll want to have, and then we'll run from there. And it'll continue to grow after that. But season 1 will keep fairly tight so we can see what we're doing right, what we're doing wrong, and then go from there. All right. So welcome everybody. Sorry that long rant, but don't forget, tune in next Friday night. The chime changed from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central. Dave's a busy man in El Paso, and so he had to bump the hours up a little bit, but we'll have a little fun. We'll talk some gaming. We'll harass him. Actually talking with him about going over to Roswell. He hasn't been there before, and he lives out there in El Paso, so we're thinking maybe making a little get-together trip sometime, maybe in the spring or the summer to go. I haven't ever been. I've lived here forever and never gone over there, so we're thinking of maybe we can spin something up and go do that, and we'll do a big video blog or something on it. So a bunch of nerds.
Dave.
Yeah.
I like that.
So
Dave's a good guy.
yeah, Duff and Dave. So, it's funny. All right, well, let's get started with our Thursday night D&D with the Deadbeats in the middle of Out of the Abyss in the stinky town of Gracklstug. And if everybody hasn't checked out, hey, Mai, good to see you. Mai's made some cool maps. She needs to post this stuff up to get it going to Mai, because she is, if y'all know, Mai's been on the part of the channel for quite a long time, playing Lavinia on Saturday nights, and then actually has now got suckered into a TPK on Tuesday nights that might end the Tuesday group this next Tuesday, so tune in for that disaster. But Amai's been doing some maps, and I really want to give some props to her, because I've seen her start in the beginning and slowly progress, and she's just sent another one that she wanted some feedback on, and pretty cool, guys. She's got the skills. She's got the mad skills. So Mai, what we need to do is probably, if you either post the map to the Patreon or put like a OneDrive or Google Drive or something where you can actually share a link. And just, the question is, if you share it, some people might actually grab it, but, or if you take a picture of it, maybe I can actually put it part of the website if you don't want to, Maya. Well, maybe we'll talk to you about it later once the Praetor's Reject site comes up. Maybe we could put a showcase page out there where you can actually put a small, small portrait size of the image so that people can look at it, and get a feel for what you're doing. Or, like I said, put it on your Patreon and let people have at it for donations to your channel. But she's doing some really cool stuff. Yeah, low res. Yeah. I'm an idiot sometimes. All right. Well, I've got the group here. Let's do our introductions and quick recap so we can get started back in our lovely town of Gracklstug. Hondo, you're up first.
I'm Hondo Bazimek, a Mountain Dwarf cleric. Deal with that one.
Simple and sweet. And his lovely sidekick, Eldith. Not with us at the moment, but playing Thandrick is Varus, and he's split personalities tonight.
Yeah, we have to find him.
Is he here? Is he on this channel? Yeah, there he is.
Yeah, I'm here.
Just checking.
I'm here.
He's sick, so he's not going to make it tonight, are you, Varus?
No, baby.
Oh, my God.
Somebody's going on mute.
he's on push to talk. We'll just ask. We'll call for you out when you're needed, and you can make your deals. Dirtless.
Dirtless Driftwood, don't make me. Dirtless Driftwood, Rock Gnome Wizard of the 7th, almost 8th level, with my trusty sidekick Wobble the Weasel.
Ruckus.
My name is Ruckus. I'm a Mountain Dwarf Barbarian seeking to prove myself in combat.
Banjo.
I'm Banjo Kazooie, and I am the swashbuckling bugbear rogue for the party, and jazz gets me raging.
Like smooth jazz or any jazz?
Both jazz. Jazz fusion, smooth jazz.
Smooth jazz.
That's funny. All right. Well, a recap. The group is still in the Durgar city of Grakkelstug, deep in the Underdark, trying to still find their way the hell out of here, but keep getting sidetracked with missions and discoveries and trying to keep their ass out of trouble. But they have been conscripted into working for the Stone Guard's captain and searching for a Darrow named Droki, who has been doing some dealings with different groups in the town, and the captain believes that he is part of a conspiracy to undermine the town, and so the group has been asked to try to track him down and capture this very pesky Darrow, so that they can interrogate him and find out what he has to do with what's called the Council of Savants, which is a group of the higher-ups of the Darrow clan that is living here also in this city, in the slums of the city, and it's an uneasy relationship that exists between the Darrow and the Dugar. With that being said, so the group staked out what was known as the West Clefts, which is the entrance to the seedier part of town, and with the help of a drunken Topsy and Turvy, they were able to make their way into the area and found a small entrance into the side of one of the cliffs areas that they caught their attention, and they were headed that way and got into a little bit of an ambush. Some of the Darrow didn't take kindly to these outsiders being in their part of town, on their side of the tracks, so to speak, and attacked them. And they took them out fairly quickly, as noticeable as was to be expected. And they're getting ready to venture into the tunnel. The stinky, stinky tunnel. And when y'all get close to it, like I said,
pretty much everywhere down here, right?
Yeah, well, there's two. Yeah, you have. Well, yeah. Not only you have the industrial smells and sounds of Gracklestug itself, but now you're in the slums, and so there's going to be all that lovely smell. And then you also have the forays, which kind of is like small puffs of light fog that float in and around, and it's affecting everything here. And you've been dealing with it for a little while now. It kind of sets everybody on their edge, and you know that Sareth, they believe he's been affected by it, and y'all have been affected by it on and off a little bit, and it's something that you're fighting constantly. But you move down into the tunnel area, and you'll find yourselves out, and Banjo's already sneaking away. Let's bring the map up, and you very dirty. There's plenty of little dark little spots and crevices that you can move around in, and that you think, so you believe that this is, this entrance is definitely not used a lot. You do see a few tracks, and they're definitely small footprints, as though some Darrows, it's going to be that type of size. has used this, but there's definitely not. It's not a quite used thoroughfare, or you don't have anything coming in and out of here. It was nondescript, and it was well hidden, or it was kind of basically it was hidden out in plain sight. Nobody really paid any attention to it, and so, but you kind of move ahead and you see. And don't mind the map. It is just a little off for some reason. Let me move this down. The grid is off on this map somehow. I don't know why. It's pretty bad. I don't know why they did it that way too. I'm going to try it again here. Let me remove this a second. Why would they make me a map in Fantasy Grounds? No, that's not what I want, you dork. That's the wrong square. Set grid. Let's see. I would put it at Fort. Yeah, it's still off. Wow. Not quite right. It's close, but you're gonna. It's gonna look kind of funny on the stream, guys. But their grid is off on this thing for some reason. Anyway, so yes, you're moving forward. You have a tunnel. You hear this becomes, as it shows, the air definitely has a slightly metallic taste to it. And the sounds are muted. You don't hear what would have been dripping water. You think it's, eerily quiet. It's definitely strange. But it's the Deadbeats. They're not scared of anything, are they?
Okay. Let's send a Wobble up first.
Oh,
We're scared of roleplay.
Scared of roleplay. Kill, ask questions later.
It's always been my motto.
Yes, I know. So you come to an intersection, and you have a little Duffy, you did it again. I always do that. Let's get this set. All right. So you see, roll. Did you roll Banjo? Did you just make me a skill? Well, look at that, and you see what is to your north is a little pool. Let's see. You see a little, a small little cave branches off the main tunnel right there. And hold on, you goobers, I'm locking the tunnel. And you heard footsteps briefly as you were moving up, and they were coming from the north. You hear and see a pool of water straight ahead, and then there's a small little entrance to the south, and it smells. You kind of catch a smell from the south of rotting meat. It's definitely stinky down that way. But the north, you kind of what you see is there's a little crack in the wall. You see some fungus growing there. There's some big fungus, little mushrooms, bigger mushrooms, a little assortment of stuff right there. And two distinct sizes of mushrooms. There's some small mushrooms and there's some big mushrooms. And you can kind of see they're kind of mixed in with each other. But then you kind of see what looks to be a little crack in the wall there. And then, like I said, to the straight east, you hear the trickle, not really splash, the flow of water kind of hitting, up on a bank, just a small casual wave, just kind of, and that is what you've got in front of you. What
I'll
shall
kind
you
of
do?
whisper back then, kind of like looking down to Dirtless, be like, hey, it seems like there's some sort of weird crack in the wall to the north of us, and some really rotting meat smells coming from the south, and what appears to be water to the east. What do you guys want to do?
Yeah, and you briefly
And that is a
heard.
really good description.
Yeah,
You are so.
It was wonderful. Yes, that's the RP we get with Praetor's Rejects and the Deadbeats on a Thursday night. You also heard the pitter patter of footsteps as you were getting close, and they ran off.
I would like to have Wobble the Weasel check out that little tunnel, which, from my view, looks like a little tunnel.
Could I tell where the footsteps came from?
They went away from they were heading and they just kind of took off from they took off from that we're in that room and took off.
Can I have Wobble check out that room?
Wobble. Yeah, he goes into that room and there are patches of some mushrooms.
Mic was off again.
There's patches of mushrooms there. Like I said, there's a little patch. There's kind of a patch of some big mushrooms that are all one size, and there's patches of little mushrooms. And there is a small narrow crack in the wall, and that's looks like a small little tunnel that he could fit through, but nobody. It's definitely a very small creature.
Well, I want to tell Wobble not to eat any of the mushrooms because I don't know what they are yet. But if I want him to go up the tunnel a distance, maybe 10, 15 feet.
Well, he continues on what looks to be a small, naturally formed little tunnel is there. And he kind of sees, and it goes, there's a little crossway. He sees a little brook, a little stream that's right here. And this kind of little pathway goes over and off and then into the wall again.
Do I see anything to the south?
You see, you basically are just getting overwhelmed with the stench of rotting meat, and it is bad. And you begin to see what looks, coming into this room here. The floor is stained. A dark color. You can, can I draw a damn line? Maybe. So, it starts off what is just a normal path that you're on, but as you look closer in the room, the floor becomes darker and darker.
All right, I'll look back and signal to the rest of the group.
And you roll me another perception check while you're there. Just out of the corner of you catch it. You hear this and it's like a humming
from the south.
Yep.
I'll say that I'll signal back to the group that something's dead, humming, and that's what I'll do.
And I'm like, let's check the other passage out a little ways just before we go down there. Just make sure nothing will come up behind us.
All right,
I say it's Drokey. Let's get him.
I'm going to leave the NPCs back here until y'all need them.
And I want Wobble to, since it looks like an opening, just to kind of stick his head and check out the opening, and then they come back.
His head gets cut off as soon as he sticks it through the opening. No, that's what he sees. No, what he sees is basically a stream. I hate it when I got to hit the mask. It's got a stream that just continually forms off, and he sees one, and the stream hits. It's got a wall here. Can I not grab this? There's a wall, and the stream goes under. Goes into a hole in the wall.
Okay.
Right there. And he kind of shoots across and he sees more of the tunnel.
Then once he does that, I'll have him come back to join the group.
Okay. Pitter, 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 pitter. Here he comes back.
And I'm like, Banjo, check out the other cavern. I'll watch this entryway. So check to the east.
Looks like it's connected up there, huh?
Yeah, I'm thinking so.
Banjo sees more of a here's what he sees as he moves closer. you see pool water rushing in from a a hole in the wall to the north, and there's another hole to the south, and more water's rushing into there. And across the way, you see what looks to be entryway, and you see some more mushrooms. And the tunnel, the pathway slopes down to that edge of the large pool, and then the opposite shore is nearly 100. Well, okay, it's glad to say that it's on the map there. It's nearly 100 feet away, but nothing can. And then you look into the water, and it is jet black. Trying to see, where's my one square? Oh, wow. Okay, that's why. Okay, sorry guys. So one square, here you go. If you look in the middle of the map, I'm going to open it up here for you. To the right of where y'all standing, I'd open up. One square is 25 feet on this map.
Oh.
Oh, that's fine. That's weird.
So we can take the path to the left.
So each of you get to move one square.
We should be able to fit through that thing, right?
Oh yeah, we can fit through that thing.
Yeah,
That's
it's
like
almost 15 feet wide.
Yeah, that's our normal 5-10 foot passage.
No, actually, that's kind of funny. That passage is very small. It is a very small little that the wobble went through. Okay. Anyway, but yes, you have a small little black water surface there. It doesn't move. It sloshes every now and then. Kind of a little flow. You think maybe from just natural movement, and it's the water kind of slowly flows from the north hole to the southern hole in the wall, and it feels a little warm also in that room when you're in there, Banjo, close to the water.
All right, I will let them know about the warm, really very black pool of water that seems to be connected to some stream in the north and south there.
Let's leave our friends to watch our backs, and let's head south, since it's our only close unknown.
I'm gonna stealthily kind of get around this corner, see if I can peek around it, see what's making the noise.
Well, you look in there and you begin to see, you look down to your feet and you begin to see what looks like various stages of bodies in decomposition. Definitely humanoid, various sizes. They rotting. There is,
I whisper back, Hondo, I think I found something that you might be interested in.
Rotting bodies?
You might have to put them all to rest.
Only if they're dwarves.
Yep. And also in the back of the room, you saw a hunched figure working busily at something on the floor and humming.
Someone's a little too satisfied being amongst dead bodies down here, guys. I think, I don't know.
Shoot him in the back of the head.
Can I see him yet or no?
And they're sitting there, and all of a sudden, the figure, you see him stop for a moment, and he kind of stands up with his back to you, and he kind of wipes his hands a little bit, and you think he kind of puts his hands to his face a little bit, and you hear a little licking, like, with finger licking good.
Kill him.
Yeah, shoot him in the back
he
of the
goes,
head.
"Oh," you hear a voice. "Oh, there you are. I didn't expect you to find me here so soon with my shrine nearly finished." On the power. Dirtless and Banjo, make me a perception check again.
Oh.
Dirt.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Any day now. You recognize the voice as Bepito.
Oh.
My faithful are finally honoring me. Are you? Yes, yes. I sense that you're ready to receive my truth into your hearts along with my love Varus that is here. He's going to join me. And Varus, you see, once he says that, you see this figure on the floor, tacked to the floor.
Oh my God.
And
What have you done with our virus?
well, he's on his contraption, and Pepito reaches and grabs this chain, and he begins to pull this chain, and you see Varus. He's being lifted upside down by his feet, and he's kind of in a spread eagle form, and it looks like he's got this symbol drawn on his chest. And then Pepito has this knife that he kind of pulls out. And it's time for Varus to join and to worship me like he should. And while he does that, Varus is being pulled upside down. And then all of a sudden, kind of rolling out of Varus doesn't have a shirt on. He's got pants, and stool falls out and lands on the ground. And kind of just
falls out of what?
Well, he's kind of, so Varus has still got his pants.
Well, his name is Stool.
Yeah, Stool. Stool was. Oh my God!
I'd be like, you know what, Pepito, you keep him. You got him. He's yours.
I say we head back the other direction.
Yeah, we all kind of look up and away, and we all just kind of start whistling and taking steps backwards.
La la la. I saw nothing.
Am I awake?
Oh well, no, you're not. No, you're not awake. You've got drool coming out of the side of your mouth. It looks like a little blood. There's definitely a spot on the side of your head that has been bleeding, and there's a wound there. You look very pale, as though you've been out, and he just kind of turns and he just kind of giggles. I had you all fooled. And he then raises his hand and he goes, help me, protect me, my lovelies. And out of the floor of these these humanoids.
He didn't have anybody fooled. We knew that dude was a freak.
That's why him and Varus got along so well.
Yeah, Ruckus named him Murder Deathface on day one.
Initiative,
guys.
Pepito Murderface. That's his actual given name.
I have
also join me. All you do is talk, no action. You don't understand my greatness. All right, so
I got stone shape. I could just close this door.
Oh wait,
right
why have
here,
I got two
this wall
Pepitos
off.
there? I don't need two Pepitos.
Are we doing initiative?
No one needs
yeah.
torpedoes.
Yeah, so he waves his hands, and 6 skeletons rise up out of the ground of all these remains. That is definitely, they're Darrow, deep gnomes, goblins. There's some other weird creatures there, and it's just he just cackles. You shall all join them. Varus is mine. He will not leave. He's mine forever.
I think Pepito is really misreading this situation.
I know. It's like, have you not been traveling with us?
Have you been traveling with me?
I think Varus is exactly where he wants to be.
I am a god.
Oh man, that's it.
Varus, we haven't heard you ask for any help yet.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I don't see a ball gag or anything. So.
I'm not conscious.
Varus is my gimp. He's my gimp. Leave the gimp alone.
Black and extra.
Well, something like that.
Can I take a shot at him for a first action before?
Oh no, the skeletons are coming. We're in initiative. Eldith, what are you doing, Eldith? What you want me to do, Hondo?
How is it that I control her again?
Because somebody asked her.
You click on her token.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got it.
Right.
All right. So because this is actually bigger than it looks, so
You can only move one square at a time. Yeah.
If you dash.
Yeah, if you dash.
Oh,
yeah.
man,
So
I can't kill him.
Right, but so it's not actually. I mean, because otherwise, what you're saying is that this cavern is like a football field across.
It's
then, right?
big. Well, no, that's hey, it's what I'm saying. Each square is 25 feet. Yep, it's a big cavern.
All
No
right.
wonder you couldn't get the squares to line up right.
That's
because
why. Yeah, they've actually got it off of it. Yeah. So
Okay, zoom in until they're all like 5 foot. Make us little tiny people.
All right.
we're going to be off just a little bit on the squares here, but you know what? It's for fun because you have found Varus, and he looks happy.
I don't know if I wanted to be found right now.
I told you to trust me.
So those
Alright.
skeletons are pretty spread out.
That is Eldith.
Yep.
How did she get line of sight? There's nobody in the room.
Yeah, he shot at one. I'm not sure how he could have seen her, but yeah.
Well, I mean, it's hard to judge. I mean, because the scale's all off.
She's like 100 feet away from that skeleton.
Yeah, but she
Yeah.
has a bow. She has a
Yeah.
long bow.
Yeah. All right. What is the
Makes me
distance
move,
on
huh?
this thing? 40. So
How much can we fit on more than one square? How's that gonna work?
well, yeah.
Like,
The
can
question
we
is,
zoom
can
in
you
and make
move,
us a little
squeeze through
tiny?
there some? Yeah, and I'll allow the squeezing in there if you're going to try to jump into the room there. There's no doubt about that. But no, well, Eldith has already moved. Why did you move her again?
Oh, I didn't know she moved. I tried moving her.
Oh yeah.
Like,
So
if she-
Rapido will he will
Getting
come over.
handsy.
I'm still hiding behind this.
Yeah, he's gonna come over there and he begins to. He's taking this knife and he's kind of drawing and sketching this figure and symbol on Varus's chest. And Varus, he kind of tickles and then he falls back asleep.
It's going to take us like 3 dashes just to get to him.
Well. What you
Oh,
gonna
it's me,
do?
okay.
It's your turn.
I love
Hondo.
how he has to make that determination. Like, is 3 dashes really worth Varus's life?
Varus gets no love ever.
All right. Well, I mean, I guess
the love I
I'll
get is not the love I want.
dash, but I don't really know where you want me to go. Can I go right here on a dash?
Yeah, you got. We'll play. Just play fair enough. It's
Alright.
difficult with the scale. I know. I get it. Because I couldn't understand why the map wasn't lining up right, and the descriptions. And then I happened to look at the middle of the map, and that told me why. So, oops. All right.
Hard to flank on a 25-foot square.
Yeah.
oh my, those skeletons are ginormous.
We'll play it out a little bit, but see, that would be really hard if I were to do that. So because like you're saying, if I were to take the grid off, I could split it in 2. That really wouldn't do it either, though.
I mean, it would bring it closer to what we're actually dealing with.
Yeah, split it in fourths. Yeah.
So
Like
Yeah,
that,
something like
right
that,
there. That's
that's good.
perfect.
it's still off a little bit, but to do that though, I means I've got to. Because that would, I mean,
Sounds like a good time for a drink break.
It won't take that long.
Yeah, well, it'll take long enough for me to get a drink. Be right back.
yeah, he can
I
go
know
get a
Frank.
drink. He's getting a drink. I'm gonna put Eldith right here, Thandrick here. All right, so that puts them here. Yeah, it helps a little, doesn't it? Because it makes it easier to move. We'll play it this way with the squares, as though they're good enough.
With the next iteration of Fantasy Grounds, they're putting a map creator in the game, right?
That's correct. They are. Yep. Yeah, and it's dynamic lighting, dynamic. The maps will have dynamic effects, so like you can have snow, and it will be snowing. Actual, on the map. I don't know if you've seen the video. I could post it out there, but raining. So it looks really, really cool. But yes, you'll have your own maps that'll be, able to draw right then and there and add to stuff. Okay.
Now I can finally make rain effects without spraying a spray bottle in the air and getting all my minis wet.
Bada boom. What's up, Tombstone? Welcome to the channel. All right.
Hey, Duff, can you tighten us up? Because, with the scale being decreased like that, we would have been closer together.
You just move. Stop. Just move.
No,
it's hard.
I've already dashed.
Well, that's fine. Okay, well, then there you are. Okay, move over one more.
I'm just saying, I don't think Ruckus would have been that far behind us, though.
Where is he? Oh, I've totally forgot. I was like, where's Ruckus? Yeah. There you go.
All right.
Okay. Stool fell. Yeah, he kind of hides. He runs under the table, and he's kind of hopping him down, trying to. It looks like it would look like a dog trying to lick someone's face, and he's trying to jump to Varus's face. Dirtless.
All right. Did anybody get hit while I was gone? No.
No. One of the skeletons. Hondo.
Varus got cut on a little bit.
Yeah. He's getting cut on, and he kind of giggles in his sleep because it tickled. Apparently.
I think this would be a great time for a fireball.
I thought so, but it's only a 30-foot radius.
Well, he shrank the squares.
Yeah,
but there's still a bigger room, so it just shrinking the squares.
I might be able to get 2 of them.
3 or 4 maybe max.
That's not gonna be worth it.
Can you put up a 30-foot
cube?
Every time every time I do it, I mess it up.
So it's really going to be about that, because the squares are still done, even with the squares cut in half.
You could totally catch Bupito and a couple of skeletons with that.
Can I move it down a little bit and I'll catch 4 of them?
Raise dead
or 5 of them.
What's that? Sorry, Hondo. Ruckus.
I'm just trying to figure out, how did he bring him to life? Is it raised dead? Should we just be targeting him, and then once we kill him... Actually, yeah, can Arcane check that? Dirtless, if you kill Bupito, who's brought these guys to life, do the skeletons die?
I guess I could try to do a mysticism check. I don't know.
Yeah, the undead, they kind of rose up, and they formed while y'all were sitting there, and you notice, Ruckus, you don't see him, but Banjo and Dirtless saw, and Hondo came around. Each skeleton has 2 heads on its body.
Huh.
Yeah, these aren't normal skeletons. I don't know.
There was a flash in the room when Bupito said that, was yelling, "Protect me, my little ones!" And all of a sudden that flash went off, and these figures rose up from all the remains that are on the ground.
And so if I move that bubble a little bit, I can get all of them except for skeleton 3, and if they're in the color, they have to be in the color. Yeah, there.
So you've got there. So, skeleton 6. Okay, yeah, skeleton 6 is there. Bupito, he's there. All right. Yep. Varus gets singed.
Well, I can do that. I can shape it.
Yeah, I'm teasing.
Only his butt gets singed.
Yeah. He loses a little of his body here. No! I bring about the end of the world, not you. You shall die for that, you insolent little punny punk. No.
I double clicked it, right? I accidentally double clicked it.
You killed Bupito! What?
Oh, man.
No, I hadn't had any fun yet with Bupito. Oh, you bastards. And he dies. But the skeleton
So
is
does-
still standing there.
You killed Pepito, man.
Pepito is
No,
laying
no,
on the
no, no.
ground. And the
So,
chain, he has to go to the chain, and Varus.
I double clicked. Is my mic on? People?
No, what happened?
I double clicked it. I double clicked it. So
You fired.
he's.
Oh no!
I
You killed. Oh, I.
double-clicked it. So
You
two of them are
bastard.
still alive. Bopito is heavy.
Shit.
Bopito is heavy, and everyone else is dead.
I
But
just-
Bopito is heavy, so he's still alive. So you can still have him. Put Bopito
Hold
back
on, but I am. Where's
Everybody else is dead.
All the things.
All right, hold on. So how many did Bopito? Bopito took 16. All right. Okay. Yep. He took
Yeah, he's still
according to
alive.
this.
Everybody
All right.
else is.
The rest of
Sorry
them
about
did, the rest of them still did die. Okay, good.
Yeah, the rest
okay.
of them still did die.
Still did. Like that English still did died.
They're dead. Dead.
All right.
Dead.
Okay.
Did it.
Thank you for being honest on that. I didn't see that. So okay, now
Now you can play with Bopito.
I mean, yeah, but I think his initiative was higher too, so I'm gonna bring it up here.
Yeah, his
Okay.
initiative was number 2.
He'd already gone, hadn't he? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
He was under Eldith. That's right. Thank
Yeah.
you. Okay, so anything else?
I'm gonna move right there.
You're stepping, actually, so you got to back up. You're not going to like this. As soon as you hit the entrance of the room, because of the bodies and all the crap that's laying on the floor, it becomes difficult terrain in this room. So you actually get half movement.
Oh, then I will move right there.
Yep.
And say, watch
You
your
got-
step. Watch your step.
Do you guys want to try and subdue Bupito, or you want to just take him out?
No, let's kill him.
You don't want to find out what the hell he's doing?
Not really.
Am I awake?
If we don't
You
kill
don't
him,
wanna-
Varus will. I
Yeah, I
think we
was gonna
should
say,
save
you-
him for Varus, technically.
Varus is out.
At least for an honest accounting of what he did to Varus.
Boris doesn't want that
I don't
information.
want to talk about
known.
it, guys.
Yeah.
I don't think I will.
All right, I'll
All
prepare
right,
spare
Ruckus.
the dying.
For Varus or Bopito?
Whoever needs it.
All right, Ruck, what are you doing?
I'm going to call my whistle.
Caw-caw!
Gah! And I'm going to go inside, so...
Okay. The magic flying whistle.
So what is max movement? Every one square is 25 feet, so we'll call that...
Well, now they're half. Yeah, so I've put 4 squares in one, so basically...
so I can go 10 more feet. Okay.
Is Varus and... no, am I? don't, Keyroll's not... He can hear you. I mean, I can tell him if you say something, but he's not in Twitch chat, no. All right. But I'll relay your message to them, because right now he's kind of incapacitated, hanging up. Well, he was. He is still hanging above the ground, because Pepito has the hand. One hand is holding the chain, as Varus is dangling, spread
I'm
eagle,
trying
ready
to
to
survive. Yeah, I'm
Ready to be-
conscious but trying to survive.
cut open.
He's been in worse scrapes before. We'll get it.
Violation is imminent. Well, now you can't. Now Thandrick, you move that, but you can't. You're half move. You're dead. You're done
I know,
there,
don't move.
because it's half movement once you hit there.
Okay.
Yeah, I know you're trying to bonsai Thandrick in there to save you, but
He's the meat shield right now. He's the meat shield.
We should just offer Thandrick as a trade. Like, hey man, we got this guy.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's not right. That's not right. That's funny. Oh man. All right.
I mean, if you think about it, we traveled with Pupito longer than we traveled with Dandrick.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dandrick's always got this absent look on his face.
I wonder why that is.
You never know what he's doing, where he's going.
All right, Banjo. Anything else?
Yeah, I'll move to that spot as far as I can go.
All right. Vars, you're in Puerto Rico. Are you? You're not in Puerto Rico, are you? I can't remember where. Or Costa Rica.
No, it's Dominican Republic.
Dominican Republic. Okay, I keep thinking. Okay, yeah. Someone was asking where you're from the accent and all that. We don't know where he's from. It's sad. It's a sad story. So
He just showed up.
Wait,
They make the best cigars.
Wait, I thought you weren't allowed to ask where people are from anymore.
You're not.
That's right. You're not allowed to ask for the. I'm sorry.
What?
Vars is very slow too. If you haven't noticed, Topsy and Turvy.
Oh, come on.
Eldith, what you want me doing, Hondo baby cakes?
All right.
Shake that booty butt for me. Give me some badonkadonk.
I
But
I-
don't.
don't like being objectified.
Oh, I'm gonna objectify you later on.
Oh my god. All right, so how far is that if I move her like
Far
that?
enough.
That's a dash, or is that just one movement?
That's your movement.
Okay. So can I get a bead on?
Can I get a beat on the skeleton? You bet, baby. Anything for you.
What about Lupito? Is he 70 feet or is he 35?
Oh, he's double the distance. Yeah.
All right. So are we just flat out taking him out, or are we gonna try to subdue?
I have no problem with just taking him out.
Okay.
I like to subdue him to give him to Vars. I feel
But
like
I-
Vars should get his chance to have his last word with him.
I can't subdue on a ranged attack. Is that right?
Yeah, it has to be melee.
Yeah, it has to be melee. That's
Okay.
correct.
Can't you put a sandbag on the end of your arrow?
Yeah.
Like a
That might
blend.
affect it.
Shotgun bag, yeah.
The green arrow.
That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Oh, but that's I'm sorry, baby. It's the stress.
right.
You and I need some alone time.
Man. I need to start taking over her voice too, because
Oh no, you don't get everything to me.
you're throwing me off my game. God damn it!
Oh, you done with her? Can I pass her turn?
Yes, I am fully done with her.
I am. Varus cackles. This insane confidence. This world is mine. I will bring it all to an end. I am a god. Everyone will bow before me. And I start with this big blue rubber tub of love. Ah. And he's carving and takes this knife and he begins to dig it into. No, it's not 50 Shades of Gray. It's 50 Shades of Blue. Bad. In my blue Furbolg. I'm sure that Wizards of the Coast never thought that their Bopito would go this route, but we're an equal opportunity stream here, okay? And so
I'm gonna make a formal complaint when I wake up.
we're open-minded on this channel. And what is he's being screaming, he's mad, and he tries to he was working on something on the floor and he kind of pushes it again and he's like, rise more, I need more, and he's nothing's happening and he's kind of pissed about it. 5, 10, 15, 20, so that's 40 feet. Let me see, what's his range on this thing? Okay, so it's just inside range, so he tries to thunk one off and misses. Hondo.
Okay. Let's see here.
Can you take out the skeletons? He's still up.
Can I move there?
Barely.
All right. And Varus doesn't look actually injured, other than just a little bit of knife work on his
You see
chest.
some dried blood on the side of his face, and he's got some blood coming out of his chest where Bepito's carving his love symbol.
Yeah, but you can see, if you can see my soul, you will see that my soul has a heavy. It's heavy.
You paid a heavy price. I gotcha.
Yeah.
Heavy dirty soul.
I don't think I have anything that can reach you yet, so I'll have to keep working
Heal
on
my
that.
soul at least.
Some wounds can't be healed, man.
And Bupito is still 70 feet, so...
But they can be made easier with Vaseline.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Nice.
Bopito strikes me as more of a raw dog
Wait.
kind of guy.
Hondo, he failed his save. My bad. Sorry, I thought that was a fail. Okay,
Yeah.
so that killed the skeleton. He crashes to the ground. Pieces twitch.
All right, there we go.
Stool is dirtless.
I'm gonna yell, "Stop, Bopito! Don't do it!"
That didn't sound convincing at all.
I
If I was
implore you.
Bupito, I would stop.
When I told Varus what was going to happen, I never told him about any of this. I said, just trust me. Your character's going to disappear for a while. If I'd have told him this was going to happen,
Never gonna trust you again.
he never would have done it. But it was so perfect that Bepito had to leave. And I was like, oh my God, this is just going to be so hilarious. So,
So this is all Bupito then.
well, you don't know that yet, but I semi gave it away. But no, the end of the world is nigh, and he falls over this contraption that's kind of in front of him, and he dies. And when you do that, he lets go of the chain, and Varus' body flies down, and you hear him thunk his head, and he kind of rolls over, and you hear him, and he's just
Quick,
laying
guys,
there.
let's go.
He's laying unconscious, then Stool kind of hops over, and you see Stool boing, 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 trying to, looks like he's,
Trying to go home.
he's trying to wake up Varus. All right, you guys, tokens unlocked. Bepito is dead, and the room is just full of dead bodies.
I'll unchain Varus or whatever and try to wake him up.
I will search the room.
Okay. Y'all are sitting there as you're working on Varus, you begin to see it's a light voice. This in the middle of the room and all that where the bodies are at, you see this glow begin to form in the middle of the room, and this head pokes up out of the bodies, and it's ethereal, and it's looking around, and it sees and then it sees Bepito, and it kind of lets out this and this figure begins to flow up out of the ground, and it looks like it's a deep gnome, but it's a ghost. And he pokes his head out, and he kind of blinks around a little bit, and he looks at all, and he goes, nicely done, adventurers. It was about time that bastard was killed. He's been killing so many of us. His time has come and gone. Thank you very much for taking care of him. And you see this little figure ghost. It's a deep gnome, just kind of sitting there looking at all of y'all.
I'm like, let your brethren know what we did for you.
I don't think that's where he's going.
No?
Who are you, buddy?
My name is Pellick, and I am from, where's he from? Hold on, sorry. He is from,
Sliverblin or whatever that.
He is from
place
Blending. No, he's from Blending Stone. He says, I'm from Blending Stone. And he goes, Pepito killed me not too long ago. And he points over to, you see a kind of a body that's kind of all chopped up in pieces right over here. And it's definitely a Deep Gnome's body. And he goes, yeah, so they're all my body parts right over there. He was going to put all of us into this shrine that he slumped over. It was going to be his sacred chair. And he killed me while we were traveling. I kind of fell in with him traveling from Blending Stone. And he brought us here and then he killed me. And it was very gruesome. It hurt.
How long ago was that? Because he was captive of the Drove for a long time.
Not too long ago. Well, I don't know time. I've been dead. Seems just like yesterday. But his body's pretty...
Don't make excuses.
His body's pretty rotted over there. And he goes... he kind of sniffles at it. And he goes, I really would wish if someone would take my remains and bury them and bury them back in Blending Stone so my spirit can rest. Would y'all be willing to do that for me?
Are you going to
Everybody
follow us
looks at
around?
Hondo.
Yeah, I would be. God damn it, I would be willing to carry your dead corpse back to Blending Stone. No, I ask him. Yeah, if that's what you need to be at peace, then yes, I will attempt to do that.
Well, so most of my body is there, I think, but one of my hands, there's something strange about these tunnels because when he cut me apart and I'm stuck in this damn place, my hand looked like, what's it word I'm looking for? It came to life, it animated, and it scuttled off into the tunnels. And you got to find my hand too, and you'll know it's my hand because it's got an obsidian ring on it. You got to get it too, but the rest of me's there. And watch out for it because every now and then I've seen this weird looking small guy with this funny hat run up and down the place, and he's really fast. And he comes in here now too, and I think he kicked my hand one time. Little meanie.
I will do my best to get you back to Blending Stone with your hand.
Yeah. Is there anything else we can do for you?
No, that's all. I appreciate it.
Are there any of your buddies in here that need something done for them?
No, it's just me.
Okay.
Anything I can do for you?
Yes, there is something.
What is that? I'm dead though. Don't count on much.
Let me speak with my buddies here real quick.
I'll tell him if
I'm
if he
not
sees
going
Pepito.
anywhere until you bury me, so just take your time.
Does anyone have the ability to just banish this guy?
No.
I do.
Banish me and I'll send you back to Tomoa-chan. How about that?
It's not polite to eavesdrop, ghost.
Wouldn't banishment just send him on to wherever he's supposed to go now? It's not like
Yeah,
a
it's like an
punishment.
express pass.
Yeah.
I wish it was that easy, smarty pants. You gotta bury me. That's part of the module. It says you gotta bury me. So stick to the module.
Yes. Heaven forbid we go against the book.
The DM's not he's not a bright guy, So, he's got to read a lot.
You'll get no argument from me.
You better watch your mouth. You're going.
Sorry,
into
you put that
afterlife.
one low and slow over the place.
I know.
So I
I was like a little underhanded pitch there for you. It works. Okay, I can take it. You're not a were-tiger anymore. Suck it. So, you're
Hey,
cured.
so if there's a way, if there's a way that he can help us trap Droki.
Yeah, trap Droki or find his hand. Both of them.
I can't leave this. I can't leave the area. I just
I
thought
thought
if you want.
Droki was the one who kicked his hand.
Yeah, it was.
Can you yell?
He saw Droki. He saw Droki out the front area here, run by one time, and the hand was crawling around out there, and Droki kicked it. You think it's Droki. He basically says he's got a funny hat on with these long tentacles, and he's really fast. And he runs through here, And it's really strange too. And he says, when I think about it, sometimes he's like, he's this regular size for a Darrow, even though they're kind of small. But then other times I've seen him and he's like really small and he's fast, especially when he's small. He like runs through here like a little bitty imp.
Okay.
Maybe he is.
He's got something magic on him we're going to have to subdue, I think.
Why are you guys here? How did y'all get here?
Came here looking for you, buddy.
Oh, if it was so true. I almost believe it, but I know better. Y'all are from up above. How'd y'all get here? Why don't y'all go home? I wish I could go home.
We're trying to go home, and that's why we're going to bring your bones so that you can go home too.
Well, you should, because some of my colleagues in Blending Stone know many ways to get to the surface. We're smart like that.
Really?
Oh, yeah. We are.
Now we're even more motivated. All right, so what do I have to do? Just bundle his little body up? Or
Yeah, you got to get his pieces in, yeah. But you got to find my hand, too. Doesn't work unless you get all my parts.
Is all of him here except for his hand?
Except for his hand. Yep.
Okay.
He kind of points at it and he goes, "Oh, wait, my leg's over here. Oh, that's not my upper torso. Oh, it's over here." And he basically guides you around a couple spots, and by the time you're done, Hondo, you're covered in goo and muck. You look like they are in Walking Dead when they need to walk through a pit of zombies. They cover themselves with body parts. You would suffice to say that zombies wouldn't pay attention to you when you walked around. You're covered with crap.
Yeah, but I look like that coming in, so.
And Eldith goes, "Baby, I love you, but stay away from me till you take a bath. And you ganky.
Dwarves don't bathe.
You
Yeah,
ganky."
it's like she doesn't even know us.
Sandrick asked the ghost that
And
if
you
it is
also-
a special hand.
So what? What's that, Varus? What'd you say? Sorry, I stepped over you.
Sandrick asked if it is a special hand because I don't see why he cannot just be buried without his hand. Is it that special to you?
It's
Maybe
my
it's the obsidian
hand.
ring.
You have to bury me altogether for my. Oh no,
You're a
no,
ghost.
Amai, you did not. Oh, Varus doesn't need it. Oh, Varus is unconscious. He can't take it. I bought Varus.
Thank you, Amari. Yes, help
magic
for Varus.
Varus gets a magic item for his troubles, thanks to
Nice.
Amai. Oh yeah.
From
so
what
he
I
basically
saw
says-
between him and Bopito, I would challenge the fact that he can't take it.
Yeah. Yeah. A ball gag. Oh, that's good, Cyber. That's what it is. It's a magical ball gag. Yeah.
But he has to give me something.
You wear it
Yeah.
and nobody hears you.
So, but
Yeah,
also
it gives
Varus,
everyone around you a good night's
I mean,
sleep. That's its magical ability.
Hondo, you're also while you're doing all that, you find as you're searching stuff, you pick up extra coins, and you find you thought it was a piece of parchment, but it was when you grabbed it, it was lizard skin and parchment, and there's writing on it, and it says "Worship Bopito" in Dwarvish. And I'm gonna
What?
Yeah, that's what it says. I'm gonna put it, and you now have it in your inventory, and you got some extra. You found 10 gold pieces and 11 silver pieces. So, and you have the parchment in your inventory.
All right.
All right, now
I let everybody know. I just say,
Okay.
This is
so well, that's going on. Banjo, what were you doing down there? Varus is still unconscious. What are we doing with
Oh
Varus?
no, I went and unchained him and woke him up. That's what I said.
Oh, you'll need to you'll need to slap him awake, so you'll need to hit him.
Oh, come on, dog.
I didn't get to have any fun.
I'll put stool on his head while he's on the ground.
Put Stool on his head and let Stool jump up and down, and so yes, and Stool begins to emit a bunch of little spores, and and Varus, and you kind of wake up a little bit, and you find yourself, and on the floor, kind of buried under some gunk, is the rest of his clothes and some of his weapons and stuff like that. He were completely not indecent. You still had your pants on, though they might have been a little loose.
No,
just so you're saying.
We took his pants off, and we also stripped Bupito, and we tell him that this is how we found him.
Oh, come on, guys.
We say, I don't know what you did to Bupito, but it cost him his life, man.
Man, I really wish we had thought to bring you a change of clothes.
Yeah.
We'll see, Amai.
So I'm naked?
No, you're not. They're messing with you. So
you did something.
Even if you were, we couldn't tell.
Only just barely. Now
you're covered in fur, man. You're never naked.
So we're gonna let me bring this up. So for Varus's troubles, we're going to give him he gets to roll for magical items, because that's the way it is. Since I didn't tell him exactly what he was getting into when I said you're going to be disappearing from the game. So I need you to roll. You're going to roll a dice here, Varus, and I need you to tell me. I've got two tables. I've got a table C and I got a table D, and I need you to tell me if the table C is odd or even, and then you're going to roll a dice, and then we'll see what happens. So, table C, is it odd or even? Tell me that.
Even.
Okay, now roll me a dice. Any dice, doesn't matter which one it is. Roll one of them. Okay, it's table D, which is the better table.
Oh, nice.
Okay? And you need to roll me a percentile die, please.
Nice and high, Varus. Nice and high.
100.
At first I thought it was 100.
You got a potion, and it is in your inventory now. Varus?
Yeah, I'm checking.
So we're just going to keep pushing this narrative that Varus did something, that he dragged Bupito here, and where he just humped him to death or something.
Y'all do that, and while that's happening,
I did what?
Sandrick just is like, this has just got to be the most asinine group I've ever been with. What the hell? And he goes, Fargus, get over here. We're going to go, when you guys get out of this town, come look us up. We're going to go try to search for this temple that's lost here. I've just had enough. I need to go. This is just stuff. I can't see this. My God, a furball naked, and oh my God, this is just too much for my eyes. And Thandrick just kind of stomps off. And
wait, he was carrying a magic weapon of some sort, wasn't he?
Yeah, leave your stuff.
We snagged it before he left.
Yeah. Hold him there. Whoa, get him.
You're not leaving until you drop the magic, buddy. Look.
I said we chase him down and we corner him.
I say we make
him.
Hold on. He did he had the Lightbringer that y'all had gotten, which was the +1 mace.
Uh-huh.
I'll put that in the inventory. And he's got I'll give you this potion of hill giant strength that was his. That's it.
What?
Yeah. He had this drift globe.
And 100 gold.
Well, he gets some of his stuff. He's not gonna. No, he doesn't. You don't get all of it. He actually is an adventurer. So there you go.
Wait, you don't. I don't think you understand. We're robbing him.
I'm not morally objecting to this.
If anyone asks you anything, it was Bupito.
The priest was the one who brought it up, so.
I'll be the guy in the group who just takes it too far and be like, we should kill him. Like, whoa, too far, buddy.
Yeah, Varus, you need to log back in.
Yeah, you kicked me out.
Yeah, because I got to take control of the. I got to Thandrick off the deal. So to do that, you got to let go of him.
But Sandro gave everything to us. You saw him. He said it.
I put him in the.
And Varus drives off yet another companion.
All right. So they go running back off to find their long lost treasure and temple that they're searching for. Because it's too much with this
like
group.
An NPC. Andrew was more NPC than player.
He was, yeah. All my NPCs and NPCs in this game, they complain a lot. So, according to Ruckus, lots of bitching. All right. So we have cleared out. Well, you've got the body. You just have his body parts except for his hand. Hondo on you. I'm not worried about the weight or anything like that because he's just a little bitty deep gnome. And yeah, there's just crap here on the floor. Body parts. This room stinks. And you have defeated the evil Bepito. And you see, onwards, the tunnel. Continue. It's got to be key roll login. Okay.
Do you want me to make note of his body, or we'll just remember?
No, you're fine. Yeah, you know that you've got it. So that's all. You can, if you want to create an item and just say gnome body, that's fine. You know.
I'll just put it. I have a notepad in front of me, so unless you actually wanted it logged somewhere,
just put it in the notes. All right, Varus, you're back in. Okay, waiting for you to get. Where are you, Varus? Why aren't you logged in yet?
I don't know. I am. I'm in.
Oh, waiting for your character. Take it. Grab your character, because I need you to make it.
As soon as if he lets me, I'm
in. And I thank you for letting us have that little fun at your expense. That was funny. Okay, so Varus, you're back in the party. You're back to full strength. And would you make me a perception check, please? Yep. And Stool is hopping around, and he hops into your bag and all that, and he is sending some spores to you, and he's trying to relay to you in pictures pictures of other mushrooms, and you get the feeling that he's getting the sense that there's some other myconids around. He's getting spores, he's sensing them, and that it's not some of his kin, but there's some of his race, but there's some mushroom people around somewhere. He's sensing them.
Does he tell me the direction that he's sensing them?
No, he can just detect the spores. They're in the area. Now that he's got your attention, he's been trying to tell you all this time, but he's really mad. You get the feeling that he's mad because he's been trying to tell you all this time while he was stuck in your pants, and and you weren't listening to him, and you're ignoring him, and he couldn't understand why.
That's good to know. If it wasn't in my pants,
he thought you liked him more than Pepito, but apparently you like Pepito a lot, because you definitely were dreaming sweet dreams about him while you were out, because you were sending him off to Stool. He could sense it all. He goes, how could you dream about him? You got a feeling that you and him are best buds. You wanted to be buds with Pepito. How could you? Even with Pepito dead, we're still going to dog you. Pepito's still going to be around. Even if he's dead, he's going to come haunt you from time to time, just so you know. Okay.
Aldo, banish the spirit from this realm now. I relate to the party with the information that I'm getting from Stool, and I say to them that maybe we should follow Stool. This could be important. They could help us down the way here in the Underdark.
I agree.
I dropped Pepito to the ground, and try to follow Pupito stool to the ground and follow him.
Yeah.
Well, he
Stu's
doesn't
been
know
so
where
effective
they're
in
at.
combat.
Well, he is okay. You got to remember, Stool can only move 10 feet, and this room is big, and so you'll never get out of this room if you follow him.
So I pick him up and tell him, push to the direction that you're feeling the spores.
He's telling you he doesn't have a general. He just can sense their spores. He knows they're around. He doesn't. There's not like from one direction to another. He can feel them out. There's several of the spores in this room, but where they're coming from, he doesn't know. But he's telling you that they're here somewhere. They've got to be close.
Mushrooms.
Yeah, they're mushroom
back
people.
in the.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
saw
back in
small
the-
mushrooms. You saw a couple sets of mushrooms on the wall, real small ones, and ones. There was 2 sets. There were some that were kind of like a baseball size, and then there were some that were kind of like a golf ball size. And there were 2 distinct sets in that little cavern area.
Well, should we go back there and check them out?
I say yes. Where did you saw these mushrooms?
Yeah, the mushrooms by the crack and where I
saw
sent Wobble the Weasel.
Yeah, you saw him in this room
I was
here.
not with you.
Yeah. Varus wasn't with y'all. He was sweet dreaming.
Well, let's go ahead. At least let's.
Yeah,
Let's
go
mark
where
it off
that
the
10-foot
list.
circle was.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all. The tokens are locked. Y'all can move back over there. So.
I mean, at the very least, we can check it off and then move on. And Bupito goes there and he says, "It is yes or no."
Bupito's not there anymore. Why are you saying Bupito?
Thankfully.
Bupito's
No,
dead.
Stool says it.
Stool just looks at him and he sends off some spores to. These are just regular mushrooms that he looks at. They're just typical fungi that you can eat.
No,
How we
goddamn
can
it.
eat them?
I eat one.
Which one? Which one? A big one or a small one?
Wait,
Small one.
we no, hang on, because we were cataloging edible mushrooms.
We were. I was waiting for the names of them, or
Yeah,
The
we made a point.
are they
to
red
catalog.
caps? Or are they?
No. So there's 2. There's one that's like I said. It's the size of what did I say? We got a baseball and like a little bit bigger than the baseball. It's got a little 4-inch. It's a little bit definitely different more than maybe it's the size of a softball. And it's got a little thin stem on it, and it's got a wide purple cap on it. And these are the big ones. The little ones are just like I said, a small little 1-inch stem, and it's got a stubbly little blue cap on it with white dots. And there's 2 sets of them in this room.
So there's blue caps or purple cap?
So
blue caps with white dots. Then they're the small ones.
Stool was the one that was teaching us about mushrooms. So does he tell us which ones are good to eat and not?
He doesn't know. He just knows they're edible. He doesn't know anything about them.
It's like, you eat mushrooms?
Yeah. What? And he kind of screams and he's hopping up and down. And he's like, the horror.
He's the one that was telling us.
Yeah, millions of people eat mushrooms.
Especially
Sounds like a
Who's
sweet
studying them? Who's studying the mushrooms? Dirtless?
I was writing it down.
You grow me a nature check.
Yeah, for science.
And Varus, you can roll me a nature check with advantage, with Stool being there with you, and he's talking to you about his distant kin here.
Do I get advantage?
No. Varus begins to, in his druidic, goes, the purple cap ones I believe are called bigwigs, and the blue cap ones with the white dots are called pygmyworts. And he begins to remember, he studied this in this class, he made this class, that the bigwigs make you grow in size, and the pygmies make you shrink in size. Basically, it's the effect of an enlarge or reduce spell.
I give one of the pygmies to Ruckus without telling him and say to him that this will make him stronger than ever if he eats it.
I, of course, eat it.
We should
Oh,
gather
make me a
up
con
a whole
saving throw.
shit ton
I'm
of
gonna
these, right?
I'm gonna gather up everyone and put them in my backpack.
Ruckus, make me a con saving throw. Or you can fail the saving throw if you choose.
I don't know what the effects are going to be. So
I know.
Fail
That's
it.
what I'm saying. You can either
Wait.
say you can
Fail
take the
it.
saving throw, or totally you
Fail.
can choose to fail.
No, hang on, because he did the Pellic, the ghost said that when Droki ran through, he was moving crazy fast
Yeah, it's
when he
shrinking.
was small.
Yep. So we want the ones that make us shrink. And then that way we can go
fail.
through that tunnel too.
Yeah, but I have not said to you what they do yet. I just gave it to Ruckus saying that he will make.
He just chose to fail,
All right.
and he now has been shrunken. You basically are standing there, and then all of a sudden you have a Ruckus that's talking to you normally, and then all of a sudden you go, "Hi, my name is Ruckus. How you doing? I'm talking really high voice because I'm really small now. What's going on, guys?" And he's standing before you, and you have been, yes, you're under the effects of the reduce spell. Who's got that on them? Anyone of you guys have that effect on you?
No.
I have that
I don't
spells open.
But I need the
open it in the
effects. I need to
player's
put the
handbook.
effects on you.
I can do it.
You drag the spell to you for a moment. Here, actually drag that onto you, Ruckus, the spell.
You might as well drag it onto all of us because we're going to go through that crevice.
Oh yeah, but we need to grab some of the other mushrooms with us.
Since Ruckus is now small, I'm gonna pick him up and put him in my pouch.
Yeah. I am also still wielding sharp weapons. So
All right, hold on now. So, okay, here you go, Ruckus. You are now reduced. You are one size smaller. You are now a size of a gnome. You're now looking eye to eye with Dirtless.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, what's going to happen when I take one of them?
That's not small enough. I want him
No,
smaller.
it's so
we-
basically a shrink in size is though under the effects of the enlarged spell, and it's going to have. You can tell that it's got an effect on you for a while. All right.
So can we harvest a bunch of both of these mushrooms?
Oh, yeah. So there are, they're in this room. Let me see how many you've got. One. Okay, so 1d10 plus 10. Okay, so there are 18 each in this room that are growing right now that look like they're a full size to be harvested. 18 pygmies and 18 bigwigs.
All right, so we're down to 17 pygmies.
yeah. I want to when we pick them, I definitely want to make sure we take whatever we would need to grow them on our own.
You don't believe that you can.
What?
They grow down here. They're indigenous to this area.
Well, indigenous, but that doesn't mean you can't make them an invasive species somewhere.
Dirtless, make me a Arcana check, please. Dirtless,
Yeah,
you gotta
that
be
wasn't
shitting me. I'm gonna give it to you. You're basically, as you're studying this, understanding
one.
as
There
you
we
saw
go.
that. Yeah, so you saw Ruckus shrink and all that, and you're looking at the mushrooms, and you're beginning to notice that they're infused with the forays. That something about down here is making these mushrooms do this, and that you won't be successful taking them anywhere else.
These
so you
we
know.
can probably use, but we won't be able to plant them.
Yeah.
Great idea, Hondo, but it's not going to happen.
That was Ruckus. But hey, do we need to roll to see if we believe that Varus is under the effect of magic and it actually attacked Ruckus? Because we just saw him feed him something and then Ruckus shrank. Perhaps he's still being controlled by something.
I guess you can roll me a perception check. Oh boy. Good old Hondo totally fails that perception. Yes. You see Varus like touching Ruckus, and all of a sudden Ruckus shrinks, and you see Varus smiling, a wicked smile that's uncharacteristic of Varus until of late.
I attack.
Where are you anyway, Hondo? Hondo, you're all the way down there at the bottom. What the hell?
What is he gonna attack? Nothing.
He doesn't know anything. He doesn't
That's
even
why
have a
he
mushroom.
You're not even over. You know what? Just sit. You and Eldith are getting some hanky panky on. That's what's happening down there. While the rest of the group down there, you two are down
We
there.
are not doing that.
She wants to see your mushroom, baby.
Oh my god.
That sounded disgusting.
No, everything shrinks with him. Apparently, DJ. Yeah, it's just like the spell, enlarge or reduce. So Ruckus now is under the effect, and is All right. So what are we doing now, guys?
I wanna. Well, if I can sneak up on Hondo, I'm gonna give him a big wig while they're doing it.
Oh my god!
You guys are misrepresenting our relationship.
We have gone way off the tracks here,
So,
folks.
a question: how small is Derek going to get if he eats one of the mushrooms?
I want
you
to find out too.
You shrink a full size.
I give one of the mushrooms to Derek and say, Derek, see how fun it was for Ruckus? Try one.
And I will eat the mushroom.
Are we moving through the tunnel here, the small one?
I think
you
that's
really
the
gonna
plan.
Are you really gonna eat it, Dirtless?
Yeah.
All right.
I wanna
Dirtless
try.
is sitting there and he's chomping on a mushroom, and then all of a sudden he goes doo 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 doo, and now he is tiny.
He's the size of a stool
Can
or smaller.
I ride Wobble the Weasel like a pony?
You almost could. He is almost, but you don't have a saddle for him.
I gave another mushroom to Derek and say, eat another one and see what happens.
And I will pocket that mushroom if my pockets are big enough.
No, they're not. You're the size of the mushroom now. So, and Stool's looking at you. You're looking up at Stool.
I hand one to Stool.
No, Stool. I think Stool. What is Stool? Stool is he's small. Actually, you're not. You're
I'm
small.
tiny
that's
now.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, you were tiny. Yeah, Stool's bigger than you.
I said to Derek, do you want me to put you inside the tunnel that we can see right now?
I'm
Maybe
gonna-
explore it?
Derek, we need you to run.
I'm gonna ride
Run.
Wobble the Weasel down there. And I'm gonna
God damn
ride
it.
Wobble the Weasel down the tunnel.
We need someone to run to see if you're faster.
I run.
You
Boom.
don't. You run. You look like you're moving really slow. It's because you're running, and is this more room? It doesn't. You don't have any effects of speed at all.
More mushrooms, more mushrooms.
So maybe he
we
was
gotta find
hasted.
different mushrooms, or we find different mushrooms that provide haste.
There's some right across that lake. We can see
Yep,
it.
I'm gonna start running across the lake.
You're gonna run across the tunnel. You mean? Yeah, you're running the cavern. What are the rest of y'all doing?
Can we
Yeah,
fit
okay.
it here? Isn't it big enough?
It's only small creatures below medium can get through there. Yeah, so he can go through. Weeble can go there. Stool can bounce through there. Ruckus you become small, I think. So Ruckus would actually be able to fit.
Boy, I could have fit without eating the mushroom.
Almost. Yep, pretty close enough. Yeah, but too late. You got shrunk. But the rest of you
I don't know.
would have to eat a mushroom, you think?
Is Varus and Kaz, are they large creatures?
No, we're medium.
No, everybody's medium, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're medium. We're just on the larger end of medium.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right. Well, what do you guys think? I'll do whatever the group wants.
Do it, do it, do it. Do it.
We don't even know
Yeah,
how
yeah.
long it lasts.
I say all you little people can go there.
But bring some of the big mushrooms with you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
no,
right.
we
Can we
have,
collect the mushrooms and then will they shrink
we
with
have
us?
18 and 16. So
Do a raffle for everybody of the channel. All right. Well, so you guys make a decision. So, are you riding Wobble, Dirtless?
Yes, I'm riding Wobble.
Yeah. There we go.
that's freaking awesome.
Yo-ho, giddy up, Weeble the Wobble. Yo-ho. No, DJ, everything shrinks. It's like the enlarged reduce spell. Everything goes with you. No. You don't know. They don't. Yeah, you would think. Yeah, we've already had enough of a naked Varus. We don't need to see Ruckus or Hondo. Even though Eldith goes, yeah, maybe I see my boy naked. He's got the tushy to make you cushy.
Oh my God, no.
See, you know what? That's I've been trying to think what I was gonna. Each one of the streams were coming up with some new stuff in the store for people to buy, and I think that may be some for you guys here. Now that Pepito's gone, Vars is gonna need something, but I'm thinking some Eldith Love arrows for Hondo. To shoot to Hondo with, and we'll let people buy them in chat.
There might be an alignment change coming for Hondo.
I was actually Ruckus. I was thinking for you, someone may buy the deal, and it could set you off as your wear form could take off, kind of like wild magic could honestly, and just kind of fire off in the middle of something. I'm thinking about putting something out there for you on that. So
that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets that kick-ass Jade. And I get molested by a red-headed mullet over here.
Baby, I'm a mullet. You better be nice to me or I'll get in bitch mode again, and you'll lose that battle.
Yeah, well, I don't think you've ever come out of it, so.
I keep losing my viewers. All right, okay, so Durless is running off. You see the Weeble, he mounts this Weeble, and he rides off, and the ferret, the weasel ferret runs into the corridor, and Stool's kind of hopping there, and he's looking at you, Vars, and he's like, you get the impression, he's like, make up your mind, are we going? Are you going to eat a mushroom or not?
Yeah, I'm going to eat a mushroom.
Alrighty, you eat one too.
I'm thinking about eating a big one and then crossing a different point.
But before I eat one of the pygmies, I pocket myself some portions of the big ones.
Yeah, I figured I'll eat y'all. I figured y'all took enough for each of you to have. So that's fine. But Vars, you just ate one and you just shrunk down.
I'll go with you the alternate way there. Kaz, me and Eldith will go with you.
All right, yeah, let's eat big ones and go the other way.
Oh, you're going to eat a big one, Kaz?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so is Eldith and Hondo.
Split the group.
That's what it looks like you're doing. All right. Well, everybody has been either enlarged or reduced.
Well, we're just going to meet up on the other side of that tunnel. Well, we're open, right?
All right, so
just across the lake.
Ruckus, which way are you going into the tunnel?
Yeah, I'm shrunk, so I'll go in the tunnel.
All right, so you guys can move that way. And you guys, you big boys. Okay. All right, heading that way. So what's happening? So we'll do the tunnel first. So you guys get across. Okay, so y'all moving along, and Durless, you're kind of leading the way as the rest of them are. And Stool was in your pocket right now, Vars. So he's shrunk, but and so you're gonna go across, and you're basically seeing a small little cavern. It's very and it comes out. And you see, y'all come across over here, and you've got, you're on the other side of the pool area, and it's another patch of both pygmyworts and bigwigs. But there's only a few here. There's not as many in the other room. That room over there kind of seemed to be kind of it was kind of walled off, and it kind of was, what's the word I'm looking for? A nice little habitat for the mushrooms to grow. But here there's only a couple. Now, while they're doing that, you guys down here, you come up to this pool, and it's just black water. It's, it's small flow to it, but there's really nothing else to it. And it's kind of, you see a little steam coming off of it. The walls are kind of slick from the condensation that is in the room. and and you can just it's a little warm in here. That may be what's affecting the mushrooms over there. They like it some, or maybe y'all don't know about that over there, but it maybe that's caused the mushrooms to not grow.
When I touch the water, does it burn me?
No, it's just warm.
All right. Well,
But
I'll start.
you're gonna have to swim through it, and you're gonna have to take at least one turn to get through the water if you jump in it.
How far across is it?
I'll swim through it.
I mean, so it's 50. It's definitely 50, 60. This is a bigger room, so remember this. The things are off, but he heads into the water. What about you two? He starts to swim across.
Well, I'd like to know how far across it is.
It's going to take you 2 turns to get across there. If you were doing your time, you're going to have to swim across to it. It's 50.
Okay.
So yeah, you wouldn't be able to dash through it.
Is it 50 feet though?
Well, I don't know. I'm looking at it. If each square is 25 feet, so it's 100 feet across.
Okay, that ring of swimming, so I can motor through this thing.
Oh, okay. What's your ring of swimming do? Where's that at? Let me see.
My swim speed is 40 feet, so if I dash, I can get 80 feet.
Yeah, you get almost all the way through it. Yeah.
All right.
What about me, sweetie pie?
Yep. What about you?
Well, don't leave me.
Nope.
All
I'm not
right.
leaving.
Make it little and put it in your pocket.
All right. Y'all begin to swim through there, and the water, there's definitely something wrong with the water. I need each of you to make con saving throws. You knew it wasn't going to be that easy. I'll be damned.
Right.
You bastards. Eldith?
One sec. Con saving throw. I'm not sure how I do that on her. Do I just take the 12?
No, you take
Roll click on the
there's the
die
C. The
under sheet.
letters, the C's and the S, that's the dice. Just click on the C or double click on it, I think.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. That's the check. Yeah, you gotta
sorry,
okay.
I did double.
Oh, Eldith. Oh no.
Well, she got a 12.
I know. She failed. You two
Okay.
passed. She failed. Let me pull it up 1 second. Chapter 8. What? Oh boy. Why couldn't they just give me the list of the damn thing? I don't want What is... Alright, let me bring it up. Alright, she begins to feel bad. Okay. Alright, so y'all swim across, and she begins to feel a little warm. And you see her kind of sweating. She kind of, I don't feel good. That water, there's something wrong with that water.
Is she on the shore?
Yeah, y'all get across finally, but y'all were gonna have to make you're gonna have to make the con saves, and she ingested some of the water, unfortunately, and she's not feeling good.
All right, I will cast. Let me double check here. I'll cast Lesser Restoration on her.
And do what?
Well, if she's poisoned or anything, then it should aid her. Should get rid of the poison.
I didn't say it was poison.
Well, I mean, she went into the water and she's feeling sick, so poison seems like a likely cause. So I'll cast.
You gonna give me a full body massage spell there? Oh, thank you.
No, God damn it, I'm going to cast Restoration on you. And Then I'm going to push her back in the water.
I'm gonna cast tickly fingers.
That's right. Oh, I like that spell. Mm-hmm.
All
Tickly
right, so
fingers.
did that?
Yes.
Did that fix
if you
her?
have actually, if you got to check that off, then it's a spell slot.
Yeah, I'll check it off.
Okay, if you got what have you got? Lesser restoration. Yeah, all right, that'll work. She was diseased. You begin to see that there was a disease that was infiltrating her body when you cast that on her.
Okay.
She
Hey,
was,
Doc, you should give them each a magical ring, like a, wedding ring or something.
there you go. We could put that as store items. A marriage. How about a marriage scene? If we get enough
No.
people to buy it between
You
Hondo
can't take
and
my agency away from me and say I'm a
oh, but the DM can do whatever he wants. You be nice to him, Hondo, because he controls all.
You cannot make me do something I won't do.
The stream can though, can't you? Stream? I bet
No.
DJ and Cyber will be all over it.
And
Okay,
they need to get some skin in the game and actually be characters on something.
that's right, Cyber. Shotgun wedding, dwarven style. Yeah.
Corbin style.
All right, so we move on because I saved her, and then we
Get bogged down in D&D. All right, we all move ahead. And now y'all got to be careful because y'all are big and you've got these little ones that are below your feet. And
We'll ride on their back.
Yeah, you guys can just ride on us.
well, up ahead, you see a fork in the road.
split the party again.
Yeah.
Y'all can all move up to that fork in the road. Nothing's happened right now. Oh, what about we forgot our lovely NPCs. They just followed y'all.
We haven't forgot them.
Yeah,
They're just useless right now.
pretty much.
Yeah, right now.
And until they tried to molest us in the night.
How many shrines have they built in here?
At least we know it's realistic.
All right, and you look ahead and you see what looks to be now you have got Ruckus, make me a or your tracker, actually Banjo, you too, perception checks. Yeah, you're noticing that you see some footprints that are in this way, and they head to the southeast.
I'll share that with Dirtilus and the party behind me.
Yes,
Hey, there's some footprints to the southeast. It could be Droki, but I don't see any going to the northeast.
Nope.
Then let's head south.
They're recent footprints, just so you know.
South.
Ooh, okay. Well, let's
Yeah,
get
and
on
you
it.
get to move. Yeah, you begin to see thick a patch of fungus begins to form.
I would like to investigate said fungus.
And I would like to ask Stool what he thinks of it.
It's distant relatives. Well, he doesn't speak, so he kind of gives pictures to you, but he's really small now. So he's in Forrest's pocket.
So they're really, really small pictures.
Yeah.
When you look
They're
into
thumbnails.
when you move
Yeah,
up
thumbnails.
close to it, Dirtless and Banjo, it's a very dense fungal forest in front of you, and there are some that are 5 feet high, and so to Banjo and to Hondo and them, they're nothing, but and you're kind of looking, it's really
When I
thick.
hear the hissing, I back up when I
Yeah.
hear hissing.
You hear this you hear a hissing sound, and then it kind of rises and falls into those tiny voice whispering and sounds of languages that you don't understand. If that's what it is.
I would like to. Is there a check I can do to see if I recognize these mushrooms?
It's all different kinds. Some you see. You don't see any of they're larger size. It's probably growing. This is a thick fungus. So they're 4, 5, 6 feet high. You see that since you're of your size and looking at it, you could pass underneath it fairly well. But the big boys are in trouble because they're not going to be able to make their way through this without disturbing any of the terrain area.
I would like to try and carefully go through.
You can begin to move your way through. What about the rest of y'all?
Wait, you guys. I think I can make it through because I'm tiny. And I say that in a high-pitched voice.
Yeah, and you're seeing all sorts of fungus. I'll give you, what we talked about in the very beginning several months ago when y'all first came on the dark. There's all different types of fungi, and there's some that are edible, there's some that are not. We can go through that later, but you're just seeing this is a overgrowth of fungi, and so Banjo, you're sitting there. There's no way for you to really get through that unless you were to. You'd have to treat it like a forest thicket. You would have to start hacking away.
Well, don't do that because Stool said it's distant relatives.
Yeah. What about you, Hondo? You're way back there. What are you doing?
Well, I'm still trying to get information out of Stool as to whether or not he can pacify whatever's in there. And let him know that, like he did with those screechers.
Yeah, and the footprints disappear as they go into the thicket there, Banjo. You see them, and then the footprints disappear once they enter the thicket.
Do any of us understand or can catch some meaning to the tiny voices?
No, you don't. Something you've never heard before. Whispering in tongues, you don't understand what's being said at all.
You're not even sure. Heard some weird shit before.
Yeah. Even standing listening to it, it's like no language or speech that you've ever heard before.
And Stool's not giving us any information on it?
He has no idea what it is.
What about
because mushrooms don't talk.
Well, something in there is talking.
Yeah.
They're whispering.
Okay, honey, Stool does not speak, so he only can give you spores of quick words.
He uses spores to transmit feelings.
Yeah, and quick pictures. Yeah, he doesn't. So he has basically the spores coming out of him is complete bafflement.
Okay, because
befuddlement.
I understand that he's not going to be able to speak like I am, but he has been able to convey with pretty good clarity his intentions.
Because I've been letting you do that. I've been doing it, but he.
Okay.
Yeah, to save time. But the question you're asking him, he doesn't know. Okay. They're definitely cousins, but he doesn't. Mushrooms don't speak. Know that.
Twice removed.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I guess what I was getting at was that if we started hacking things, is it going to be one of him?
You get a bleak picture from Stool. How could you? It would be horror.
Hold on, guys. I'm going to check it out. I'm
Mushroom genocide is what it would be.
Because dirt. Don't you have some kind of stone or something that you can talk to these guys with?
No, everybody thinks I have it, but I don't.
You had it last time?
Yeah, you should get one.
19-inch crystal.
Oh, can you open up the 19-inch crystal? That's for something else. Can you open up the map again? I accidentally closed it.
Gross.
Last time, you got something that let you talk to plants.
Oh, I did.
I have something. I
Yeah.
can talk to plants.
I did. I got that. Let me see what it is.
Guys, I can talk to
Stonekeeper's
plants.
crystal.
Yeah, and Varus can talk to plants too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's not a plant. It's a mushroom.
It's still a plant.
Well,
It doesn't say anything about speak with mushroom. I can speak with dead, speak with animal, speak with plant.
Speak to those plants, goddamn you.
I will use the 19-inch crystal and speak to the mushrooms. I'm like, hey guys, what's up?
I tell the mushrooms. I tell the mushrooms to ignore dirt.
you
I
get
was
the
holding it
feeling. So do you actually do that, Durless?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will try and talk to the mushrooms.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna whisper something to you. Hold on.
I like how Duff's like, oh yeah, I was doing that, but I was just being easy on you. But now that it counts,
Too stupid to figure it out.
Yeah, there you go.
now that it counts, I'm gonna stop doing it.
You know, guys, I think you should wait. They're angry. Angry mushrooms. Stay away.
Okay.
Hold on a second.
I mean, are we worried about angry mushrooms, or just gonna plow through these things?
Angry mushrooms, let me check out the tunnel. I think I see a scroll.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, you begin to continue moving through. And what are the rest of you? No, he's gone, so you guys don't hear him anymore. He's moving in the sounds and all that are coming through the tunnel would mask over anything that Durless is doing. So the rest of you are just standing here, doing what? While he runs off. What's that, Banjo?
We can wait for him to get back.
Okay, Durley, you keep moving through.
I'm gonna move another like 20 feet, and then
Yeah.
if I don't see anything, I'm gonna head back.
Well, you're thinking that. You think you may be seeing an intersection, but you're not sure. You'd have to get more into it to see it.
All right, I'm gonna. All right, now, am I traversing through this mushroom colony? Could any small creature make it?
Yeah, and you're underneath the canopy, so to speak, of this forest. It's like a mushroom forest to you, and you're running through that. It's difficult terrain, so I was allowing you to move free, moving in there, just because it's you. But you're able to kind of basically, without any penalty, because you're tiny now, you move all around through there. Now, the rest of them, even small ones, they're going to have an issue with that. And anything bigger is going to be, they're going to have to hack their way through this. And it's going to take some time, and it's going to be noisy, and it's going to take time.
I'll come back and I'm like, it looks like I'll tell them passage looks like it splits up ahead. It's just all dense mushrooms. I didn't see anything else. The mushrooms really didn't have anything to say. And maybe we should check out the other intersection and set somebody on guard on this one so nobody gets through.
I think we have at least 5 people that could post up there.
You guys go scout that whole thing.
That's right.
Everyone that's shrunk, you guys can go through it and check it out, and then I don't know. We can maybe check out the north a little bit, or just guard here until you guys see if you find anything.
The mushroom.
Or we could just eat the small mushrooms and then shrink, right?
Yeah, I suppose.
Although I don't know what
I'm waiting for the side effects to kick in.
Yeah, they're taking multiple mushrooms. It's going to do for us.
Yeah. So if the small guys want, we can all slowly make our way through to the intersection.
So that's you and Varus and Ruckus, right?
Yes.
All right. Well, we don't know how to connect up with that intersection, so we'll have to just kind of go up and guess, yeah.
Yeah. Or we can head up north, just see where they all go, and then figure it out.
We could do that.
Yeah, let's go kind of see where they all lead.
Yeah, we'll head north. I'll go quietly ahead, see if in case there's anything.
You see an intersection.
Are we going to leave Darendelle and Jim Jar and
Yeah, let's leave the
Sheriff?
group. Let's leave the group here to make sure nobody comes out.
Right. So they'll post up at the outside the
Yes.
mushroom thing
Oh yeah.
in case they have to deal with something moving through there.
So you want this group to hang out here?
Yeah, just hang out there as we're just exploring. We just want to get a feel for where the other tunnels lead.
Well, you're going to see. We will actually. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna hold for the night. Like I said, I've got a early rise in the morning.
Yeah, not a problem.
But you've got 3 tunnels that go off quite far away. They're long, distant tunnels. And in the east tunnel, there's a small crack in the floor and there's a hole in the wall that kind of, it's a little, you can kind of see that it leads off somewhere. You can't tell, but you can definitely notice it. And the other 2 tunnels go off to the north and go off to the west. And you see footprints going off to the west. You see footprints that kind of come into this chamber area, and then they just kind of stop for some strange reason. And
Into what chamber area?
Where you're standing. You see they coming from the west, and then they just all of a sudden they disappear. It is super strange.
When we come back, I want to make a perception check with my scent and keen eyes.
You see a trail going off to the west.
Do it. Roll it.
He can roll it. I already gave it to him. You don't see
What does
any
he
going off to
smell?
the north. You smell the gunky tunnel. You don't smell anything. You smell like it's tunnel. You're under dark. And the phrase is definitely moving through the tunnel area here. You kind of see the whiffs of the fog a little bit more than you have out, because this is enclosed, and this is definitely, it's showing up more because it's of this area. Out in the open in the cities and all that, it was more dispersed, but this, disease of the earth and of the underdark, what you're understanding what the phrase is showing up here in little bitty patches that kind of float and move about, and they disappear into the wall, and they come up out of the ground and float around. It's just really weird. It's a small glow to it. It's often, sometimes it runs into you, it shows up and then disappears. It's really strange what's happening in this tunnels. But outside of that, you don't pick up any smells other than, from what you had from the south was, not like the dead room, and that you smell fungi, and it's not as hot here. It's definitely a little bit cooler temperature now that you've gotten farther away from where the fungus was growing.
Cool.
But yeah, you're in a cavern, so it's typical smells. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing unique about it, but the footprints are just kind of really unique, is that they kind of come and go here and then stop, but you don't see where they go after they go from the west. So,
All right, good game.
So
Yeah,
let's hold
fun.
here. Sorry, we got to cut a little short. And Vars, did you catch? I was telling you, when do we jump forward?
Night virus. And next
Next,
week.
I
Yeah.
think it's next week. So yeah, your time difference will be an hour now for you, buddy. So
Better.
we won't be keeping you up so late at night. So because
Guys,
it's
take care.
yeah. All right, we'll see you, dude. Get some
Take care,
sleep. It's
boys.
midnight for him. All right, folks.
Good game.
Yeah, it was a good one. Welcome back. It's good. It's good to have Vars back now, even if he's been pepitoed.
Yeah.
I'll take it to my grave.
That was fun. That was just, it worked out great. I was like, how am I going to get Pepito to kidnap Varus? And then, oh my gosh, he sits in the room with him by himself. Score! So you guys ran off. It was beautiful when you split the party. Couldn't have asked for it any better. All right,
Yeah, we split the party.
yeah, y'all did. All right, guys. So we're going to hold there. And we'll see everybody Saturday night for the ladies of Force Majeure.
Did we get any XP? Because I'm really super close.
Oh, what did y'all kill? Y'all killed Pepito. Let's see. I actually,
Yeah.
weren't y'all
I'm
gonna
not as
let-
close as I thought I was. Never mind.
Wait a second. Who?
Yeah, we leveled last session, didn't we?
Yeah, we did
Yeah.
level. And I
Yeah,
didn't
he
level
le-
my guy.
That's
He
He
right.
leveled
my
us
God.
last week.
Yeah, that's
Never
right.
mind.
And so and Vars needs to do his too. Oh, I totally
Yeah.
forgot about that. So, let me put it. Hold on.
Hey guys, did I level last week?
Yeah, everybody did.
I mean,
You
I
should
think
be
everybody's
7.
level 7. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm level 7.
Yeah, that's your
Then,
level.
yes.
Damn it,
Did
I
you
drink
pick
that
your-
much last week?
Yes. Did you get level 4 spells?
No.
You should have a level. I mean, I got one, so you should.
I
have
didn't.
one,
I did
imagine.
not get a level 4 spell. I'll look into it. I'll make sure. So, I'll watch
And make
that.
sure you have the right hit points now.
Yeah, it should be like 25 for you.
44. I'm out the door. I'll have to check. I'll watch last week's episode at the end and see. I don't remember leveling though.
Yeah, I need to get. Yeah, Vars totally forgot. Damn it, my bad on that. So let me put him at 23,000. But he needs to do his level next week because y'all would. Yeah, all of y'all did except for him. So, and I think Dirt, you did all your spells. I thought.
But I don't have any new spells.
Then you got to no, because it looks like you just got a spell slot.
Oh,
is
there it is. Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah.
I got a 4 spell slot, but I
Yeah.
didn't learn any 4 spells. Okay.
Well, you can change out if you want to change. You can change out one when you level for you. If you want to change one of your spells for a new one, you're allowed to do that on a level up.
Okay.
So, you can look at it right now, but the rest of you, I'll go through afterwards. I'll pull up the XP and give that out to you. It wasn't that much. I think you just got the skeletons and Pepito. Yeah. So I gave you the gnomes, didn't I? I mean, the Darrow. Yeah, I gave you the Darrow last week already. That's what gave you. Yeah, when I did the level
All right,
up.
guys, I gotta go.
All right, Ruck.
Yeah.
See you, man. Be good, dude.
Hey, Rock.
All right, folks. Yeah, we'll cut it here. Appreciate it. I've got, like I said, I got a good early day tomorrow, and hopefully you guys will see y'all Saturday. And then don't forget, we'll be streaming full next week and Friday night with the digital DM and some announcements to go through. Anyway, guys, be good. We'll say night to the stream, and y'all take care.
Nice,
All right,
thank you.
everyone.
Yep.
Thanks for
Later.
watching.